Those are two powerful films.
Amazing.
About family and what it means to stick together seems to be the theme through both films.
Tell me your name and the film that you were a part of.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Dews, and I'm the director, as well as the editor, of Meet the Family That Sticks Together.
Okay, why, in your mind, why was it important to make this film?
So, I made this film. I'm actually also a PhD candidate at New York University in cultural anthropology. And I made this film as a part of my certificate program in culture and media. And it's a program where we get the training through Tisch School of Arts, as well as the production equipment to make a film about anything that we want to make a film about. And the year prior to when I began this program, my Uncle Tom, who is one of 9 Lane siblings, had passed away. And it was becoming evident to me that our elders were aging, and he passed away unexpectedly. That our elders were aging, and it was important for us to document their histories. And so I had the idea of beginning to record and film oral histories with family. And so I decided to make a family documentary. I didn't know what it was going to be about, but I knew that I wanted to kind of capture that history. And really quick, I want to shout out my family who's here today. And my Aunt Arnell, who's one of those 9 siblings who we saw in the film. Yeah.
Wonderful, nice. This film was made for your family, about your family, but whose presence did you feel the most making this film?
Yeah, I think that
Sounds like it was your Uncle Tom, you said?
many presences, of course. I think that when I was making the film, it was also Ophelia Taylor, who I'm named after. This is my great-great-grandmother. Might be great-great-great-grandmother. I don't even know the order. My grandmother's grandmother. She actually raised several of those siblings, and many of them, this is the song that we kind of heard throughout the film. Everyone remembering the song, Precious Lord, Lead Me On. That song that we hear throughout the course of the film was a song that she sung. She was a custodian of the church in Macedonia, and this is the song that she would sing as she was cleaning the church. And her grandchildren remembered this song, and that's what they kept recounting. It's also, it's my grandmother at the beginning of the film in that home video, where she's holding up a portrait of Ophelia Taylor and kind of reciting the song. That's kind of where I begin the film. The rutabaga recipe is Ophelia's recipe, and then later in the film, my Aunt Loris also remembers this song. And so I think that her presence, she was really omnipresent throughout the film, and that wasn't by intention, but I think it was just a testament to how much she gave to the family and also how her prayers have kind of like carried down generations.
Wonderful. As this film wrapped, what aspect of the filmmaking process really surprised you the most?
Yeah, I think that what was most surprising about the film was that it kind of agitated things in my family, and that we had lost some of our traditions, some of our, I guess, energy to organize ourselves and to gather for Sunday dinners, also for social and savings clubs, which at one point have been very active. And we were always gathering, and we were always kind of wanting to be together. And over the years, whether it was COVID-19 or grief, we kind of had drifted apart in some ways. And so through the making of the film, it kind of agitated or stirred that up. The act of kind of going back into the archives, digging up home videos and portraits, and also memories through filming these oral histories, kind of allowed us to remember the importance of sticking together, the importance of gathering, And through that, we started having Sunday dinners again. And eventually those dinners turned into meetings. And those meetings turned into electing officers. And eventually we started our social and savings club again. We've actually been meeting for probably over a year now. And we've organized different family gatherings again. We meet one Sunday every month. We're kind of planning a family reunion that hopefully will happen next year. So these are the things that kind of came out of making the film. It kind of brought us together, and it also kind of energized and encouraged the newer generations, really my generation, to kind of step up and begin doing some of this organizing and planning. And our elders kind of helping us along, but not taking the lead this time, leading that to us.
A very common theme for so many families. I can certainly attest to that, and it's really nice when the generations can step up and start taking the lead. That's wonderful. Is this your first film?
This is my first film that I've submitted to festivals, and that has gone through, or is going through a festival run. I also made another short documentary about the Bedside Community Garden in Brooklyn, New York. But this was a film that I made as I was learning how to shoot films and things like that. So I didn't submit to a festival run, but it is available on Vimeo if anyone's ever interested. It's called the Lola Bryant Community Garden.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I guess let's open this up. We have time for a couple of questions. Does anyone in the audience have any questions or comments?
What is your charge for the next generation to bring their ancestral and familial traditions back? If they feel like it's a daunting task, or they might not have a bunch of cousins or family close by, like what are some things that you would say for us to carry the torch forward?
Thanks, Karen. I think having those conversations with elders, if they're still here with us, and even parents, our parents' generation, kind of first trying to bring out that memory and not trying to reinvent the wheel. There are a lot of, when we talk about like these trips to amusement parks, my family's trip to Boston for my Aunt Lornell's 50th birthday, these aren't things that just appeared, but these are things that were organized. And when I was talking to my Aunt Mashan, she was kind of like the administrator of these kind of family events, which meant that she was the one calling everybody, organizing, chartering the bus, organizing, the sandwiches and the drinks don't just appear, they're made, and they're made with care. And so talking to our elders to figure out what goes into bringing family together, I would say is the first step. And then the second step, I would say, is reaching out, even if there's like a little bit, like if it has happened that family has sort of drifted apart, kind of taking that first leap of faith, even if there's fear or a little bit of scariness there, and making the call, kind of taking that leap of faith to make the call and make the connection, because I think that we are all kind of seeking connection with one another, even if it hasn't been there for a while.
Another question, when a patriarch or a matriarch passes away, do you see the decline to a little degree as far as family relationships? And also, since COVID, as noticed as far as something that went through my family, since COVID, since everyone didn't gather the way they used to. So, and some of the annual things that we were accustomed to just pass and then sometimes we don't see each other in months, close to years.
Yeah, absolutely. I think your first question was about as elders. Yeah, I think so. Sometimes I think the issue is that we rely so heavily on our elders to preserve our culture and our traditions. And really what we need to be doing is what my Aunt Patty was doing, which is watching the Rutabaga recipe, watching the things that our elders are doing, and realizing that we're the next ones to carry on that torch. And so before our elders are getting tired, I think it's important for us to step up and begin to do those things. But I do agree that that the decline of elders, and I think like I don't know if y'all resonate, but COVID kind of took some years away. And so we kind of woke up and was like, wait, you're how old? Like I think we woke up and we're like, whoa, like, okay, our elders are like up there in age, and it kind of happens at the blink of an eye. Maybe we didn't even notice, and maybe we aren't prepared or weren't prepared. And so we have to kind of do that work of preparing ourselves. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an assumption, I think, sometimes that you think elders are just going to, I mean, you know they're not going to live forever, but, you know, somehow you just can never, you can't imagine never being here and never having the kind of impact that they have on the family and all of the descendants. Well, thank you so much for this film. Thank you so much for bringing it to, you know, we're so happy to have had it in the Roxbury Film Festival, and just appreciate your courage, your passion to continue and be a part of this legacy that your family has passed on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is terrific.
And thank you all.